Okay, geometry, we're going to go over SOL quiz number 1. So to find if the lines A and B are parallel, what is the value of x? Well, here are the two lines that we're talking about. Because we've got this little hashtag thing going. They were talking about A and B, not C and D. So are those two lines parallel? Well, we need to either look at this transversal, or we have another option, this transversal. And we only have information about this angle and nothing over here, so we can't use that second option. We're going to have to go with the first one. This angle is 120. Then that means this angle is 120. And then together, those two have to add up to 180. So 180 minus 120, this is just one way to do it, is 60 degrees. Number 2. In the figure shown, line Q is a transversal of the, okay, so what are the values of x and y? So we'll start with x. If the measure of this angle is 30 degrees, then so is this one, 30. And so is this one, 30. And then so is this one, 30. So x is 30, so I can cross off C and D right now. So now let's try to figure out what y is. Well, these are vertical angles, so that makes, if this angle is 30, that makes this angle 30. And then, if I just kind of redraw this, all right, so here's my 30, and here's my, oh, that's a 30, and here's my y. Those are consecutive interior angles. This is so messy. Okay, so that means that together 30 plus y have to add up to 180 degrees. So that makes number 2 150 degrees y. Where are we? So that's B. Number 3, in this figure, okay, they give us some information. What's the measure of angle 1? Well, those are vertical angles, and vertical angles are congruent, always. So I can just set those equal to each other and solve it like I would a regular equation in Algebra 1. So I'm getting 5x equals 40, so that makes x equal to 8. Sometimes on the SOL, they'll have that as an answer, but they're not asking for 8. They're asking for the measure of angle 1, not x, the value of x. So we're going to take this 8, I'm going to throw it back in. There we go. Why is this not working? Okay, throw this 8 back in to one of the expressions, and they're both the same, so you can pick whichever one you want. The measure of angle 1 is equal to 15 times 8 minus 5, and that's 115 degrees. Number 4. So which equation can be used to show that the line segments are parallel? Well, in order for those two line segments to be parallel, these angles have to be supplementary. So W plus 118 together have to add up to 180. So number 4, the answer is D. Number 5, given the following measures of the sides of triangles, which is a right triangle, well, in order for a right triangle, in order for 3 lengths for you to tell if it's a right triangle or not, you have to do a squared equals b squared. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. And I usually write c squared first. C is the longest side, so I'm just going to start with the answer for A and see if it works. So does 41 squared, does that equal 40 squared plus 9 squared? So I take out my calculator, and they each equal 1681. So those are equal. And that means c squared does equal a squared plus b squared, and that's your answer, A. Try the other ones, they won't work. Number 6, given that they bisect each other tells you that this length has been bisected, and so has this length. And we also know that these angles are vertical angles. So right there, it's SAS. Those two triangles are congruent by SAS, side angle side. Contrapositive. Contrapositive is when you switch what comes after the if and what comes after the then, which is the hypothesis and the conclusion. You switch places and make them negative. So if they are coplanar, not coplanar, they are coplanar, then they are not skew. So 7 is H. Number 8, we're going to have to draw ourselves a triangle, and when we do that, you can kind of put H-I, that's an I, and J anywhere. Take the information that they gave you and put it on the triangle. And then you can see that this 365 is the longest side, and it's across from the biggest angle. So that means that the measure of angle H has to be the largest. So the answer to 8 is B. Number 9. All right, so they tell us that these two lines are parallel. And because they're parallel, here's a transversal, which makes these angles the same. Well, those angles are the same, right? Because those are vertical angles. But this angle and this angle, the same. So all we got to do is figure out, come on, there we go. We're trying to find the measure of angle D. All we need to do is find the measure of angle A, and angle D should be the same. Because when lines are cut by a transversal, the alternate interior angles are congruent. So, we just do 180 minus 85 minus 26. And number 9, I get 69 degrees. Let's see. Last one, number 10. So those are alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles are congruent when the lines are parallel. So we need those expressions to be congruent. And when you solve that, I'll just move the 7x's over here and the 15 to the other side. And when you do that, you'll get negative 4x equals negative 80. Divide both sides by negative 4, and you get x is 20. So that's F. And that's the last one. Peace out.